What do you think about that? I'm down in the laundromat. We're delayed on this project because I need to buy more pickguard material because this stuff didn't work out. It's not actually perloid. It's just a photo overlay on top of it. So we're gonna skip that for now. One reason I wanted to get going on something else is I have this project going on. As you can see, I did this line here because I'm going to make that into an acoustic style guitar. I'm going to take the finish off this body and then plane it down for the areas that are cut. See that? We've got a little bit of a bevel there. This was a $99 guitar that I got at Sam Ash. I missed them already. And so once this gets planed down, that will be the area for the top, and I'm gonna hog it out, cut out the Rickenbacker style shape, and then route out the center area. It does have the cut, the belly cut there, so I won't be able to go too far. Instead of the neck plate, this has bushings. And I'm just using a screwdriver to kind of loosen them up. Out there. All right. So we've got pretty much everything out of here. These were probably built by Washburn as Lyons or something like that. Lyon. Very similar to the Hannah Montana guitar that I built that out of. In fact, it's the same body shape originally. So, and they still had the same setup with the Telecaster style wiring, tele plate, tele bridge. I'm going to retain the football jack plate that was in there, but going to basically do the Acoustisonic sort of deal, and I will use a Rickenbacker style bridge with a Piezo, but mostly it's going to be kind of an acoustic, you know, not a very loud guitar, very fun, easy, I hope quick project. And let's try to get all this paint off of here.
Yeah, that's not the idea of wood. Which is why we're not doing the heat gun, because it will just pull into the glue matrix here.
Okay, sanded back because this kind of the finish that's on here is actually basically like covered in a giant amount of glue, and then they spray the finish on top of that. So the key here was to plane it down with electric planer, and then smooth it down. There's still more to do. Okay, many years back I did the German carve on a Hannah Montana guitar and then installed a horseshoe pickup. That horseshoe pickup is now going to go into a purpose-built body with a Rickenbacker neck. That came out of this project, which was just going to be a regular 350. It is now going to be a regular 350 again, but I'm using the outline to get the cutaways for this body. So this is the back of a Rickenbacker 350 or 325. This was from a 350. But this is what I used to determine the line for the guitar here. You can see it's a little bit shorter on each side, so but that's how I came up with the lines for that. So very similar. It's a little squat. It looks like you your aspect ratio is off for a Rickenbacker. All right, the body's been cut out. I've got an outline for my border. Now, a couple things I could do with this. I could do it to Dan Electro style and have a block underneath my bridge. Bridge is going to be a Rickenbacker style. It's a plate, so it's actually going to be around this area with a 25-inch scale neck. These were my two options here. This one is the 25-24 fret. So that brings the bridge forward from the original position because it was a 21 fret neck or something like that. It's over in the pile. Anyhow, I might be doing regular bracing, and instead of doing an F-hole, I mean, I love F-holes, but one of my ideas was to make the sound holes the holes where the pickup are located. So one there, and the other one is somewhere else. These are Rickenbacker covers, high gain or HB1 covers, and that is a CB Giddy gold foil that has been cut to fit. And I actually tried these on a Rick. They're pretty squealy, so I'm going to have to wax pot them. At some point there will be two, probably one there and one there. But yeah, we've got a lot more other projects going on at the same time. I've got a headstock repair for a friend that is happening soon, and I've been looking for mahogany for the top. I want to do a carved top. I would love to do the the carving like not exactly a German carved, but more like the Gibson double 12, like the original double neck that they had, which had a very slight chamfer or cut right there, and it followed the body, but very light. Kind of thinking the piezo is going to fit underneath the bridge like my other Rickenbackers where I put it on there, so the top will sandwich between the bridge plate here and the piezo. I don't have one out right now, but that will be the idea. And then I'll have the outputs, two outputs out here, one for the magnetic pickups and one for the piezo, or I might do the stereo jack, which I've done on other ones before. But most of this is going to get routed out, and one of the inspirations was the LR Baggs acoustic guitars, the what is it, AE-1. So I'm going to have sort of buttressed from the sides and lower than the top, so the top will be as free as possible so it can move. It's a small body, so we're not looking for huge acoustic tones, but I want to reproduce as much acoustic sound from the vibration as possible. So we're going to have, of course, a trapeze style bridge pushing down on it. I would love to do ladder bracing on it because I just love ladder brace guitars, and small guitars with ladder bracing sound interesting. So that may be what I do. But for the most part, we're going to route out these sections. I'm still going to have some support from one side to the other here, and then the top will be free through all these sections. Controls I'm going to try to mount onto a pick guard this time, so they're not in the body on the top. I like using the micro controls at the end of like an arch top style pickup or pick guard, and I will attach it where the pickup mounting screws go. So those will be the mounting points for the pick guard. A little bit of space between that and the top, and that will be the plan. So progress, as you can see right now, just a wall decoration and inspiration for the next one. One thing I found with some of these guitars, like the Lyon or the Carlo Robelli, like this one, or the Hannah Montana guitars, is the smaller ones, the wood is often not solid. It is sort of a matrix of glue. So making these carves on this body, it depends on the body you get. One of them I had turned into a very successful guitar, and I still play that. This one, it was far more difficult to make the cuts, and it took a lot of effort to prevent chips. So I'm not really recommending using those so much. This one would have done that same, but I've wanted to do an acoustic style hollow body, kind of like a Dan Electro style guitar with a Rickenbacker aesthetic and cutaway and access that I can use as the couch guitar or take camping and stuff. So this is that one, and it's coming along. So soon I will be routing out these spaces. I'm going to do a little bit more research on small guitar bodies and bracing that you should use for those. Of course, X-bracing or ladder bracing would be optimal. I've been researching the Selmer guitars, the gypsy style jazz guitars, and a lot of those have multiple ladder braces, and that's kind of the sound I think I'm hoping for. It'll of course have regular electric guitar strings. I usually use chromes, Diodario chromes. So that's probably what we're going to be looking for, is something that I can do slide work and play outdoors and take and not worry about banging up too much. That's the guitar project that we're working on.